Hello.
Hello. So, good morning, good afternoon. So we're Team08, and our project is Smart Library, which is basically an app for, well, a system for the library, or a newer system that's supposed to be speedy, more manageable, and real-time tracking. So mostly the users of a library is the library itself, meaning the librarians, the people who keep track of what books go in and out. And for those people, anyways, so for those people, they must be able to create a book, update the books, and then they must be able to see and get orders for the reservations of the people. And lastly, they should be able to email the people who reserve the books or borrow the books when it's the due date or when their reservation expires. And while for the people who want to use the library, they should be able to reserve a book, borrow a book, and then at the same time they can return the book. And our last feature here is basically use facial recognition to borrow a book. So for our system, we mainly have 3 input-output devices. One is the Raspberry Pi, which is basically going to be your library system where you use it to borrow a book and reserve one. At the same time, our Raspberry Pi is going to be using multiple services like AWS Poly to use as a speaker system, or like as a way to output voice. We also have a mobile app here, which will be in charge of using the reservation and searching for the books. And for that one, we're using multiple services like the Amplify in order to have a login logout system. And it uses DynamoDB at the same time in order to search for the books. We also have the web app for the library system, which is mainly for the librarians or the clerks that will use it to create their new entries of your books. And we have an extra, and we have scheduled lambdas also, which is supposedly triggered by CloudWatch. But unfortunately, we cannot use CloudWatch as a AWS Educate trigger. But it's just basically a daily trigger that will check for all the expired reservations and all the nearly due borrowed books. So here are the functions of the mobile app. And as you can see, this is basically what we as students will use. So we need to sign up, and then we can search for the books here. We can look for all the books inside the library, and then we can also use this to reserve it left. And then at the same time, each time you will create a user, you also create your own SMS topic so that you get emailed on your own personal topic. And this is basically how the UI would look like. So there's the UI for the login. This is the main UI. You have your search books there, and then you can also see the history of which books you borrowed. And at the same time, you have the chatbot here, which you can use to reserve your books too. So we also have the web management system, which is basically what the librarians will use. So here if they have a new employee, they can create their own new account. At the same time, they can create the books, edit the books here, and then they should also be able to see which books are currently reserved. So you can see the UI here. This is a profile of the employee, and then you can see all the books there at the upper right side, and then this is where you update the book on the lower right side.
Hello. And then for the Raspberry Pi, we have two parts of that use the Raspberry Pi. First of all is the GUI interface for users to be able to borrow and return books. The second one is that we try to use a light sensor to detect whether the books are on shelf or not on shelf. So the GUI portion is first of all, user comes to the station and verifies their face. If their face is verified, they can borrow books or return books. And then Afterwards, at the background, it also continuously listens using IoT sensors, like sensors, to detect whether the books are on shelf or not. If the books are not on shelf, then in our demonstration we use LED to show that the books are not on shelf or on shelf. So this is the example of the UI. So once you log in, they will display like the email of your email if you're detected, and then you have the option to like borrow, return, or just log out and read it to the main page. And then if you choose to borrow or return, you will be brought to a QR code scanning camera, and then once the QR code is detected, the GUI will output the information of the book as well as your email to confirm your information. And once you confirm, then it will update the DynamoDB table.
And again, so here we have our last two lambdas, which are here are scheduled functions that are basically going to email the users every time they have a newly expired reservation or a book that's near the due date. However, because CloudWatch isn't available for AWS Educate, we just trigger this manually, but the code doesn't really need any input. And this is our demo.
The first part of the demo is from the point of view of the library entity. You're signing up and adding books to your library. And this one is updating a book. And the next part of the demo is for someone who wants to borrow a book from the library. You can sign up and reserve a book using the mobile app. So here, upon confirming the account, your personal SNS is created and you subscribe to it so you can get email notifications. Here, the user is logging back in to view all of the books in the library. Sorry. And the user is going to try and reserve a book, and when you reserve a book, you get an email. And it also updates on the librarians or on the library system as reserved. You can also search for books, and it will tell you whether or not it's currently reserved or borrowed. And then you can also make a reservation with Lex, the chatbot. And finally, if you want to check out the book, then you have to do it by first taking a book and seeing whether or not it's available on the shelf. So the light lights up when it's there. And when it's off the shelf, it also updates on the system of the library. To check out, you first have to log in.
Please scan the QR code. Please check and confirm the following information. You will successfully borrow.
So the voice you hear talking is Polly from AWS. And the status of the book also updates on the app. And when you want to return a book,
Please look at the camera. Welcome back. Please scan the QR code of the book you wish to return. Please check and confirm the following information. You will successfully return the book.
and then regularly, on daily basis, the Lambda is going to trigger and check the date and send an email if any dates relevant to you are coming up. Thank you for watching our demo and presentation. Any questions?
So I saw you use recognition. Is it for face recognition? How you are?
Yeah, recognition is for face.
And you use a QR code to identify the book. So how you implement? How do you implement that?
Because it's on the Raspberry Pi, so it's a local GUI. We install a separate Python package to detect QR codes. Once it's detected, it will